She doesn't think about you when you're always there. She doesn't miss you when you're too easy. A man who makes himself available 24/7 becomes predictable, and predictability kills attraction. But the moment you step back, the moment you stop giving her everything on a silver platter, something shifts. Suddenly, you're no longer background noise. You become rare. And rarity is what her mind can't ignore. Let's break this down step by step. 1. The power of absence. Most men confuse attention with attraction. They think if they text her constantly, if they check in every hour, if they're always available, she'll value them more. But psychology doesn't work like that. When she knows your patterns, when she knows you'll always be there, she feels no urgency. There's no craving, no hunger. Absence is where the magic happens. Not complete disappearance, not playing childish ignore games, that only shows insecurity. I'm talking about controlled absence. The kind of space that makes her notice the silence. Think of it like reading a book. Imagine a page is missing. You can't rest until you know what was on that page. That's how her mind works when you don't flood her with presence. She starts wondering, why hasn't he texted? What is he doing right now? Has he lost interest? That wondering is exactly what makes her think of you. Here's the secret: value is created by scarcity. A diamond is not valuable because it sparkles. It's valuable because it's rare. If you're everywhere, you're ordinary. But when you step back, you become rare. And when you're rare, you're unforgettable. Absence is not punishment. It's balance. Be present enough so she feels secure. Be absent enough so she feels your worth. That's how you stay in her head without even saying a word. 2. The emotional imprint. Let's be brutally honest, women don't think about men because of what they said. They think about men because of how they felt in his presence. 100 men can text, "Good morning." She'll forget them instantly. But she'll never forget the one man who left goosebumps after a single conversation. She'll remember the one who made her laugh so hard she couldn't stop replaying it in her head later. Words disappear. Emotions linger. Think about the last time you felt truly alive. Maybe it was a song that hit you deep, or a movie that left you speechless. You don't remember every detail, but you remember the feeling. That's the psychology you must create. It could be the calm silence when she was spiraling and you didn't match her chaos, you grounded her instead. It could be a bold, unexpected move that separated you from every other predictable man in her orbit. It could be the way you looked at her when she least expected it, and she suddenly felt seen in a way no one else had managed. Strong emotions, whether joy, curiosity, or even a little frustration, keep you alive in her thoughts. She won't think about the man who filled her ears with empty comfort words. She'll think about the one who pulled her into a moment she couldn't erase. If you want to live in her mind, stop chasing with endless words. Start leaving emotional fingerprints she can't wash away. 3. The pull of mystery. You know what kills attraction faster than anything? Predictability. The moment she feels she has you fully figured out, the game is over. Human psychology craves unfinished puzzles. The brain obsesses over what it can't fully solve. That's why mystery is magnetic. It makes her lean forward. It makes her chase. If you reveal everything about yourself too quickly, your whole past, your every thought, your every plan, she has no reason to wonder. And when she stops wondering, she stops thinking. Think about a movie trailer. The best ones don't spoil the ending. They give you just enough to stay hooked. That's how you should be with a woman. Share parts of yourself, but not the full picture. Let her imagination do some of the chasing. Answer, but don't over-explain. Mystery isn't about lying. It's about not rushing to prove yourself. When you hold something back, she keeps replaying your words in her head, trying to fill in the blanks. That's why the mysterious man lingers in her memory long after the oversharer fades. It's not about playing games. It's about leaving space for her curiosity to grow. Because the moment she starts wondering, she starts thinking, and once she starts thinking, you're already living rent-free in her mind. Why this works? Absence, emotions, and mystery, these three work together like a triangle. Absence makes her notice you. Emotional imprints make her feel you. Mystery makes her chase the parts she can't see. Most men never master even one of these. They either smother with presence, bore with predictability, or drown her in meaningless words. And then they wonder why she doesn't miss them. But the man who masters all three? He doesn't have to beg for attention. She gives it freely, because she can't stop herself. We've already uncovered the first three forces that make her think about you nonstop: absence, emotion, and mystery. But the story doesn't end there. Because even if you master those, without the next three, you risk fading from her mind. These aren't tricks. They're deeper than surface-level psychology. They're about presence, strength, and purpose, the elements that make a man unforgettable. 4. Controlled presence. Some men smother. They flood her with messages, constant check-ins, and unending availability. Others vanish completely, thinking silence alone will build attraction. Both extremes destroy connection. The truth is in balance, controlled presence. This means being intentional. It's not about being there every second. It's about showing up at the right moments, in the right way. Instead of sending 10 random texts, send one that feels like a spark in her chest. Instead of saying yes to every plan, choose carefully, and make those moments unforgettable. Controlled presence is about rhythm. Too much, and she gets bored. Too little, and she forgets you. But the right rhythm makes her lean in, never sure when you'll appear, but always waiting. Think about music. What makes a melody beautiful isn't constant noise, it's the pauses between the notes. The silence makes the sound sweeter. That's you. Not the man who's always buzzing in her pocket. Not the ghost who's never around. You are the rhythm that she can't predict, the note that lingers, the pause that keeps her listening. 5. The calm challenge. Here's where almost every man fails. They think women want someone agreeable, someone who bends to every mood, someone who pleases no matter the cost. Wrong. A woman doesn't stay awake at night thinking about the man she can control. She obsesses over the man who can't be shaken. This is the calm challenge. When she throws attitude, silence, or little tests, most men panic. They argue, beg, or overreact. But not you. You don't fold. You don't chase her validation. You don't lose yourself. You stay calm, grounded, unmoved. And that's when something shifts. She feels respect. Respect turns to curiosity. Curiosity becomes obsession. She starts asking herself, why doesn't he react like everyone else? Why can't I control him? What makes him so steady? She keeps thinking, because she can't solve the puzzle. The calm challenge isn't about being rude or cold. It's about showing her that your emotions are not for sale. You lead yourself, and because of that, she feels drawn to you. It's like standing in the eye of a storm. While others are blown away, you stand tall, unshaken. That strength makes you unforgettable. 6. Living with purpose. The final trigger isn't about her at all, it's about you. If your life begins and ends with her, she won't think about you nonstop. Because there's nothing magnetic in that. But when you live with purpose, you become impossible to ignore. A man with purpose doesn't beg for attention. He creates gravity. His focus, his vision, his goals, they pull people toward him. Imagine two men. One spends his days staring at his phone, waiting for her message. The other is building, creating, chasing something greater than himself. Which one lives in her mind? The one whose world revolves around her, or the one whose world is so alive that she aches to be part of it? Purpose makes you rare. It makes you heavy in the best way. It tells her, my life is bigger than you, and you'll have to earn your place in it. And here's the truth, when a man walks with purpose, she can't help but think about him. She thinks about his strength, his focus, his unshakable path. She thinks about how she fits into his story. Purpose is the ultimate trigger. Because when you're not chasing her, when you're chasing something greater, she starts chasing you. The 6 forces, together. Now we've completed the picture. Absence creates desire. Emotions create memory. Mystery sparks curiosity. Controlled presence builds rhythm. Calm challenge earns respect. Purpose makes you unforgettable. Most men will never master even one of these. But the man who lives all 6 doesn't need to play games. He doesn't need to beg for attention. He simply becomes the man she can't stop thinking about. And the best part? This isn't just about women. It's about becoming a man who commands respect, who inspires, who moves through life with strength and depth. Because once you live this way, she's not the only one thinking about you. Everyone is. When you put all 6 forces together, something powerful happens. You stop being just another guy. You become a presence she can't escape. It's not about tricks. It's not about manipulation. It's about building yourself into a man who naturally lives in her mind. Think about it. Absence plants the seed. She notices the space you leave behind. Emotion waters it. Every laugh, every spark, every deep moment burns into her memory. Mystery makes it grow. She starts wondering, questioning, searching for answers. Controlled presence keeps it alive. You're not always there, but when you are, it matters. The calm challenge makes her respect you. She realizes she can't bend you. That strength becomes magnetic. Purpose is the sun. Without it, nothing lasts. With it, everything thrives. This is the cycle of obsession. Not cheap games, but timeless forces that have worked for centuries. Why it works? Because deep down, every woman is drawn to one thing: a man who leads himself. Not a man who begs for her attention. Not a man who hides behind fake confidence. But a man who moves with depth, with discipline, with direction. You see, she doesn't fall for you because of what you promise. She falls for you because of what you embody. When you live these 6 truths, she can't stop thinking about you, not because you forced her to, but because your energy lingers. You become like a song stuck in her head. Like a fire she keeps replaying. Like a shadow that never leaves. Your next step. Now here's the hard part: most men will hear this, nod, and do nothing. They'll go back to chasing, to over-explaining, to trying too hard. But not you. If you're here, it means you're ready to stop playing small. To stop begging for attention. To stop living in reaction. It means you're ready to step into purpose, to master yourself, and to let the world, including her, notice on its own. Because when you do, she won't just think about you. She'll dream about you. She'll crave you. And she'll never forget you.